Is God all about this constant state of improvement that it goes on forever until you reach, like, literally like a godlike being?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with I had a few kind of rapture experience, like rapture-ish. I just get the feeling that if there was a rapture or whatever, I just think people will go, wow, we fucking were really worried about the wrong shit.
For sure.
Like beyond even our beyond so far past what we were like, not even worried about fucking or war or any of that stuff. It's like, dude, it's just about this energy field that I couldn't make heads or tails of in terms of like we're supposed to.
Well, if you think of amoebas, if you think of single-celled organisms, they eventually become multi-celled organisms. They develop the ability to move around, and they come onto shore, and they evolve and change, and this goes on forever and ever and ever. And then one day in 2022, they're us. That's what we are. We're the most advanced form that we're aware of that thing. Mm-hmm. If that keeps going, maybe that is what creates the universe itself. Maybe the universe is making itself through us. We're just in this amoeba stage, and we can't even comprehend it. To us, it's like, what are you talking about? We're going to change the world? Like, imagine an amoeba being born in the bottom of a volcano silo, in the bottom of the ocean.
I felt like an amoeba on 5MEO.
Yeah, well, you basically probably are. I think we probably all are a version of that in comparison to this ultimate thing that we're going to become. If we do keep evolving, if evolution is a real thing, and it did go from single-celled organisms to what we see now in human beings, if you just keep going, that should get to some place of impossible energy and power, and maybe the universe itself. Like, maybe that's what it's made out of. Maybe that's how we make things like stars, and maybe the universe itself is born out of this, and we're just this really tiny stage, this amoeba-like stage that will ultimately become the God force of the universe. Maybe that's our ultimate transition between a physical being into this thing of energy and love and light and power and indifference in many ways to our own plights, because it's necessary to achieve this purpose. Like, all of our bullshit and maybe all of our struggles and maybe all of our debates about things and trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong and whose philosophy is correct and whose behavior is correct, maybe all of that is just trying to get us to that ultimate stage where we're going to be. And that's what happens everywhere in the universe. That's the universe creating itself everywhere, all over the place. When things get, and they have a certain amount of troubles that they have to deal with, whether it's tribal invasions or super volcanoes, and figure it out, get to a point where you can become the next thing. And
yeah.
Then on and on and on and on and on forever.
Yeah. I mean, especially my 5MEO experience was about having no sense of order whatsoever. Meaning, I was an amoeba. I didn't know what breathing was. I didn't know what direction was. I didn't know what sight was. I didn't know fucking anything.
Yeah.
And I was drowning on I don't know what a thought is. It was really incredibly difficult. Like,
it's hard. That's
beyond,
a hard one.
And so that's what I've come away from. One of the things I've come away from it with is this sense of, like, we're just trying to order things more than anything. Like, that's our number one sort of human priority, because it's like the best way to survive.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're ordering for the wrong stuff a lot of the time, but it's